Well, you know.
And on that note,
Yeah.
we love you all. Keep watching
We
it,
do.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Where's my mouse gone?
Uh, Hi, guys.
Hello,
How are you, mate?
Very good, how are you?
Yeah. I'm cool.
Ages didn't last saw you. I think you've got a Welsh accent.
Yeah, well, apparently I can pronounce Welsh words quite nicely.
Go on then,
Like
do as a
Clanfafechan,
Clan for feckin'.
Clanfafechan, Doogie Volchi.
Doogie Volky. What do these mean?
They're just place names. So as you're going up the A55, once you go past Conway, you come to Penmamar, and behind Penmamar is Doogie Volky, and then there's Clanfafechan. But we call Doogie Volky, me and my cousin always called it Dirty Filthy. That's all. Dirty Filthy, Doogie Volky. And Clanfafechan, it was Clan for Chicken. Yeah, so we used to have all these silly names when we were going to the Aberystwyth, when we used to have to deliver up to Aberystwyth was Aberystwatch. You know, where you go.
What's the one that you get the services one? Wansafantha or something daft.
Oh no, don't
But I remember, I always used to think that was a place.
do you see the one on the 55 there next to the church is the Igloo Far More, which is like it means marble church. When you go down the A55, is it just before? Actually, you mightn't see it because you might come off before then. You probably come off before then. There's like a big white church on your right hand side on the dual carriageway. It's the marble church.
I probably will have seen it.
Fred Dibner did a special on it because he loved that church, Fred Dibner.
There's
You know who Fred Dibner is, do you?
I've heard his name.
He was like a steeplejack from Bolton. And he used to demolish fucking chimneys when all the fucking pits and all that.
That's a fucking job for a hard man, isn't it? Steeplejacking.
Oh God, yeah. And he was doing it into it. I don't know how old he was, but like right up until he died, he was doing it. Like
We used to live next door to a guy who worked for a steeplejacking company. He used to climb up these fucking things. You know, bloody hell. No, not for me. Not for me.
No.
You know.
No, not for me. I always say I'm not scared of heights, but
I'm not scared of heights, but I am scared of falling from them. It's like when people go, I don't like flying. It's not flying you're afraid of, it's fucking crashing out the sky into a mountain that you're scared of.
it's the control, isn't it? You're not in control.
Yeah.
It's like when your wife drives. Like when your wife drives, isn't it? You know.
Luckily, this next holiday that we're going on, we're going Benidorm. We've got Jet 2, so we're not putting our lives in the hands of Ryanair this year.
Hey, well, you might be going.
Well, yeah,
But the fuel prices.
yeah.
My stepdaughter works for Virgin. Apparently, Virgin have like 5 months of stock.
Right.
You know, for fuel.
Yeah. Well, you're all right then.
Yeah. So they've been trying to dismiss some rumours at the moment, but I'm spreading more. So they have like 5 months, so they're getting like basically round about halfway through.
Yeah.
Their stock. But what I mean, they're not going to run out of fuel. They just have to buy fuel at an inflated price.
Yeah.
So like all the fares are going to start going up. You know, people aren't going to want to fucking pay them. Yeah, I reckon. I said to my missus because I mean we're not booking anything to go away. We always go away abroad in the summer. We're not going to. I don't think at the moment. Well, we're not going to book anything at the moment until we find out what's going on because there's some airlines out there who are struggling. I heard. I'm not going to mention any, but
not Jet 2, is it?
So people might be getting holidays cancelled, but you haven't got a fucking clue what Trump's going on about.
No.
You know, did you see that fucking picture of him last week when he was like he was depicted as Jesus?
Yeah.
And then he turned around and said, "I was meant to be a doctor." No matter what it was, you're a fucking knobhead. What the fuck?
Could you imagine if, like, you were in hospital and that prick turned up? You'd be like, no, mate, fuck off.
He just touches you with those cheesy what's the fingers. Oh.
I saw the one with the picture of his ear. Did you see that one? It got like, I don't know if it was you who posted it. There's a picture of Donald Trump's ear completely healed. And then you got Evander Holyfield's with a big chunk out of it. It's like, was it real? Was it even real that he was shot?
I know. That was bizarre, that wasn't it? The way he. It was just the whole thing of that assassination attempt where he got up and he's doing the fist pump and it just seems so choreographed. But how would you get somebody to fucking be the Nancy for that? You know what I mean? I want you to go and sit on that roof over there and fucking pretend to shoot his ear, but you're going to get shot in the head, by a sniper. So I don't understand how they get somebody to do that. So, all these conspiracy theorists, I think they're all...
That's though, did anyone get shot in the head?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
One of them. I like a good conspiracy theory, but yeah, I just think if you know how to use a rifle like to that level, you're not going to miss, are you? And I don't know, it doesn't weigh up in my head. It's like these BODMAS problems that you keep putting out that people just haven't got a clue how BODMAS works. You know what I mean? Joe did it the other day, and that one that you put out, which was 3 times 3 plus 3 divided by 3, it's 10. The answer's 10.
Yeah.
But Joe put 4. And I told my daughter's doing A-level maths, she's dead clever, and she's like, how could you get to 4? There's no way you could get to 4.
I was trying to make that one out as well.
I went through it a few times and thought, nah, you can't. Because if you go 3 times 3, 9 plus 3, yeah, so you've got 3 times 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12, and then divide by 3, you get 3. But I don't know how you'd get...
You get 4. If 12 divided by 3 is 4, you numpty.
Ah, right, yeah, that's how he's done it then, isn't it? Huh? Yes. So that's how he's done it, yeah, so he's just not done the BODMAS rule, has he? I've just added myself as a crap man.
I like the little triangle one. Where's the smallest triangle?
Yeah, it was in one of the words, wasn't it?
It was but it was the white bit. Everybody got the black outside bit, but it was the white inside bit.
Yeah, quite like the little puzzlers. Quite like them. But I think that was the easiest one that we've put out. The 3 times 3 plus 3 divided by 3 is the easiest one.
I always tag Tim Mulvale into them, and he always gets pissed off.
Because he got that one wrong before, didn't he?
Yeah. And you know how we like to piss people off. Well, he keeps posting fucking Everton stuff as well, doesn't he?
It's good. I watched the episode. It's done well, that. We've had quite a few views on that one. A lot more than the other views. So I'm going to put this out there to everybody viewing. Like, go back and look at our back catalogue, please. We've got some that have done well, some that have not done so well, but they're all good, Now
that Chris is taking up smoking again, he'd love somebody to look at his back catalogue.
I've just backdoored it, mate. Anyway, we've talked about football a little
catalogues. Sorry, go ahead.
Talked about football a little bit, didn't we, in the first in yesterday's episode? So obviously,
I got dead excited while we were away.
Yeah.
Was it over the weekend? And it was while we were away because I fucking posted it when I was on the beach. I was on the beach and I just looked at we had 666 followers.
Yeah.
So I screenshotted it. So I posted it. It was like, oh well, I quite like that number. I do.
Did you see it when it went down to 665?
Yeah, it went back down, didn't it? It went down to 664 and then went back up again.
We're back up again a little bit now, aren't we?
668.
When we hit 1,000, you're going to be buzzing, aren't you?
When we hit 1,000, I might do the next episode of me boxies. I might do a Gary Lineker.
Yes, the football though. It's getting to that point. We're not a football pod, but it's been a good weekend for both of us, I feel.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Spoke about Liverpool's last-minute thrilling goal. Forest. So I was at the Forest Burnley match, and you just imagine we were going to run over them. And the first half, I literally, when their goal went in, that was it. I went for a cigarette out the back of the ground. And I think everybody wanted to commit suicide at that point in time. It was like, just what the fuck is going on? We controlled the game. We'd had chances. We'd not put them away. And they had like one chance, a couple of chances, and banged it in the back of the net. And then the second half was just, it was proper like this is a game of two halves. And we absolutely hammered them in the second half and won 4-1. So put us in a good position to stay up. Tottenham are in total free fall.
They are, aren't they? They've capitulated.
They've lost 3 and drawn 2. They're in free fall. And then yesterday, West Ham drew with Palace. So we are now like at the bottom of that league. I think we're the favourites to stay up. But we've got some right games coming. We've got Man U, we've got bloody Chelsea. Although Chelsea are in free fall.
Yeah, Chelsea's lost the plot. What do you think about the other end there? I mean, I was chuffed the City beat Arsenal. I don't want Arsenal to win the league.
It was so funny. I think Arsenal are just like, they are the funniest team in Premier League history, aren't they? They get 10, 12-point gaps and then just fuck it up completely.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like Arteta. I think that's what it is, and I don't like the way he manages, and I don't like the way some of the excuses he comes out with, some of the dark arts that he goes back to fucking, with his mind games and his. It's just some of the stuff he does, I
was chatting to a City fan yesterday on set, and I was up in Manchester, and he was saying that a month ago he'd written it off. It was like done. Yeah. And I was like, well, based on history, you must be thinking, like, as a top tier Prem club like yourselves and City and whatever, you must be thinking if Arsenal get a 10-point lead, it's fantastic, because they can't hold on to that. They just never have. You know what I mean? Yeah. He came out, didn't he, in the interview yesterday, saying there's loads of good things to take away from the game. I'm like, you can't. There's nothing good to take away because you lost.
Yeah, it was like last season when Arsenal were on our tail.
Mm.
And and we had nothing to worry about because it's only Arsenal,
Yeah, you must.
But, I think the result of the weekend. I know we beat Everton, but I'm just so concerned that Liverpool are going to keep hold of Slot at the end of the season, and he's not the manager for Liverpool. Every single Liverpool I've spoken to the last few weeks do not want Slot as a manager. There's nobody saying let's give him a second chance, or he's had a load of injuries. He's just had a bad season. He's been unlucky. He can't handle it. And the main reason for it is there's no passion. He's not passionate. There's no passion in the club. I went to what was the game I went to? Oh, look at the All-Stars game the other week, and it was Klopp was there and Kenny Dalglish, and Klopp was going up to each stand doing his fist pumps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like Anfield, and that's what it was like, and it's not like that.
No,
it's not like that at the moment. There's no passion in there. So it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs at the moment.
But you've kind of cemented yourself, I think, in those Champions League places now. You
hopefully.
Well, you're 7 points clear of Chelsea. Chelsea have lost their last 4.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So you're pretty. I mean, Brentford on 48 as well. So you're on 55. They're both on 48. But Brentford have drawn the last 5. Chelsea have lost the last 4. Only won 1.
United are getting a bit wobbly, aren't they?
Yeah. We've got United, so I'm hoping they have a massive wobble. And also, Supports a daughter's boyfriend, so hopefully, I'm gonna. I think that Chelsea are going to drop out of the top 6. I just really do. Bournemouth are on the heels. Brighton and Everton are both on the heels, and they're not doing as badly. Brighton are doing really well at the minute. So I've just got a feeling that Chelsea are going to drop out of there. I think you're safe. I honestly do. 7 points in the Champions League spots. I think you're going to be quite safe.
Yeah, I
And
just.
that's bad, isn't it?
But
Because
you know what? And then it's my mind working. Do we want to be in those spots? Will that guarantee slot stays? And so it's all like I've got all these things wrestling with each other in my brain at the moment when it comes to football.
But no matter what, if you finish fifth in the league, you know, obviously you're in the Champions League, you've still underachieved, you know, because you've been up there fighting for the title and you're not. So I don't know.
Yeah, we have underachieved. We've got no silverware at all this season, have we?
Yeah. So I just think that your ambition as a club is got to be higher than having him at the helm, hasn't it?
Did we win the Charity Shield? Where is the Charity Shield? The Community Shield?
I can't remember, actually.
I can't remember. It seems so far on.
Long
Time ago.
Yeah. But I think the bottom of the league's more interesting at the minute.
Yeah.
I think Leeds are safe on 39. We're on 36. West Ham on 33. Our goal difference, we did that, got a massive chunk in at the weekend, so we're better goal difference than West Ham and Tottenham. Tottenham are 5 points below us, so it's like, you know, kind of fingers crossed. But we've got Sunderland, Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United, and Bournemouth. And Bournemouth are like our bogey team, and they're fighting up the top. So it's still, I think, really squeaky bum time for us. I think, you know, we need another 4 or 5 points to make sure that we're up. But yeah, interested. And Derby are fighting to come up as well. So I'd hate for us to go down and them to come up. That'd be shit. That'd be horrible.
Especially when we get to 5,000 followers and you've got to go and buy that shirt.
Yeah. And that's going to happen next year. I think we'll get to 5,000. But the thing is, like, I'd love them to come up, but because I love the banter and I love that atmosphere of a derby day. But I just don't want it to be they come up, we go down, obviously. But yeah, I've renewed my season ticket. I've been.
Oh, you weren't going to, were you?
Yeah, I've been worn down. Lottie's worn me down. And to be fair, they kept the prices the same. So
well, all the Liverpool protests, there have been protests, hasn't there, in Anfield because of they're putting the prices up, and they shouldn't. It's ridiculous, isn't it? You know, it's crazy. But I was just thinking then about, like, you know, Everton, the derby at the weekend, and everybody's saying about all the Evertonians always say that there's more Everton supporters in Liverpool. You know, they don't get many tourists and all that. A couple of things I've seen over the last few days. There's some guy on a fucking train coming from London. I don't think he was into football, but they're all fucking Evertonians. And he's going, I thought the Evertonians are saying they all come from Liverpool. And another one I found, you know, this new stadium they built. They did a survey. I don't know what area, how big the area was in Liverpool. They had to do a survey to find out how many Liverpool and Everton fans there was in a specific area, and it was 2 Liverpool fans to every 1 Everton. So it was 2 to 1. So it was like, and they're saying there's more Everton fans in the city. It's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy. And that's off their own planning permission for the Hill Dickinson Stadium. They had to fucking do it.
That doesn't surprise me at all, though. I'd have said that, you know, historically. Yeah, and the fact is, Liverpool have got more fans than Everton across the country, and they've got more fans across the world than Everton will ever have.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't mean that you're not, like, I think it's a very, very well followed. Like, Liverpool's got to be one of the better followed local clubs because it's instilled into you when you're a kid, isn't it? It's a footballing city.
Yeah, but I mean, all my family are Evertonians.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like only one of the very few Liverpool supporters. Apart from my cousins' kids have all gone over to Liverpool.
What made you different then? Why are you not wearing a Liverpool shirt now? What made it?
Well, one of my uncles used to, because when I used to go with my dad used to stick me on a crate outside the pub, outside the Nugent Park pub, and bring me a bottle of Coke out. When my uncle said, "Yeah, come along with me," and I went with him, and he used to take me in the pub. You know what I mean? And like I'd get to see the match properly and stuff like that. So I used to go with him, my uncle Ray.
Yeah.
So I used to go with him, and that was it. And then just got into Liverpool.
Because it takes a lot, doesn't it, I mean, my history with football, and it's a weird one because a lot of Forest fans hate Liverpool, but I grew up like I was a Liverpool fan when Hillsborough happened and all that kind of stuff. Like I supported them as a kid, and I never like my dad was always working. He was a busy guy. He got a big job, and so I didn't watch football with him that much. So we only went to a handful of matches. Never went to Anfield. All my mates were Forest or Derby. And it just like as I transitioned like from kid to adult, I just started going to Forest and with my mates. So it's a bit of a transition, but like it's a big thing. Like I think if my dad had been Derby or Forest, then there'd be no doubt about me like going for a different club, would there? It's like you go with that,
Yeah.
And you go and watch the matches and all that kind of stuff, but. Yeah, it's a big thing to kind of, if your family are all Everton, and then you go, well, I'm going to fucking support Liverpool. Fuck you.
No, good. Yeah. That was great. But yeah, as I say, when the Legends game the other week, and like, I normally try and park a little bit closer to the ground. I just pay, and then I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to park like where I used to have like an apartment in Nugent Park. And I used to walk to the match, so I thought I'll take me lad. I'll show him which way I used to walk and all that. Retracing my steps and stuff. So he was, and I didn't have to pay for parking,
which is a bonus.
yeah. But it was a bit of a hike. But it's just good. Walking up with the fans. Just walking up Belmont Road and down Oakfield Road, right down onto Anfield Road is great. And he loved it. But it was just such a great day.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
I mean, Liverpool are such a fundamental part of English football. You got teams that you would put there, and like obviously United have to be put in there as well. But like, it's such a fundamental part. It's like nostalgia for your kids as well, isn't it? It's kind of like that's the reason I've renewed my season ticket. She turned around to me and she said, if you don't renew, I'll still go. But it's our thing. It's what we've done for years, and this, that, and the other, and it's just that, like, and we're part of it, like a bit of a community. It's like really, really do and stuff. But even Jane listens to it. Like when we're at the match, she'll either watch it or she'll listen to it with Sophie, and that Sophie will come to a few games when Lottie can't go. It's just like football's like such a part of people's lives, isn't it? And
yeah, and that's why they shouldn't be putting the ticket prices up. It's
Well, they've kept ours the same. I don't know if they've done that because they thought we could be, we're right at the bottom part of the league. We're in a relegation battle. Whether it's like they thought we might be a championship side next year, so we don't want to put the price up. I mean, they took the piss with the European one though. Was it Porto? They put that price up to like 60 quid a ticket. And in the end, they were selling tickets off for 30 quid, I think, or maybe even 15 for some of the concessionary stuff. And it's like, so they took the piss with that. And then this one, now we've got Villa in the quarterfinals, semi-finals. It's gone straight out at 40 quid. So, they've learned from that mistake. What is like the season ticket price at?
In Liverpool, I don't know. It's over £1,000, isn't it? Over 1,200 quid.
So ours are half that. Mine,
yeah.
I mean, we sit in the Trent end, which is, I think that's one of the cheaper parts of the ground to sit in, but I love it there. It's great. And mine was 6.25. Lottie's was 4.25 because she's under 21.
Yeah. It's at least double that in Anfield. But you can't get a season ticket anyway. The waiting list like 20 years or something silly.
Yeah.
You can't get a season ticket. But no, it's good because like just walking to the ground and all that, and going through through that, just walking with the other fans and just experiencing that is just great, And
we always stood outside we always meet my mate Nick and his lad Leo or Logan. Sometimes comes his younger son. We always go and get a burger. It's like it's a ritual, isn't it? You park up, you walk down, meet up with them, go to the burger van, have a burger, and then we stood on the Trent waiting to just eating our burger and chatting and chilling and whatever. And then the big Victoria Trent boat came past with flares going off and singing, and it was just a great atmosphere. And the atmosphere in the ground on Saturday, was it Sunday? Sunday? It was Sunday. Fantastic, just awesome. And it's just, it's like I said to you on the pod, I think it was last week or two. For me, if they could just teleport me into the ground, it'd be made for me, because it's getting in and out the ground that does my head in with the driver.
Hey, well, listen, are we going to do some World Cup specials?
Yeah.
We'll have to, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll have to. Are we going to paint our faces?
Maybe not.
I can get a full fucking flag on there, mate.
I'll shave mine and do it.
Yeah, we'll have to. But hopefully by the time the next World Cup, we can do it on location. When is the next World Cup?
I don't know. Where's this one? Qatar or something?
You know what? No, it's in America. America. Yeah, America, Canada and Mexico. Isn't
the
it?
next one, Qatar, then?
No, yeah, Qatar. That was the last one.
I'm living in the past, mate. Living in the past.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. When it goes, I'll obviously watch the games for the World Cup, but I don't give a shit about that. I don't really watch international football that much.
No, I used to. I think in its heyday when you had John Barnes and all that playing, and the rapping and all the songs. But it's gone a bit weird, hasn't it? International football.
Football nostalgia for me, and it's obviously because of the age and stuff. But the 90's for me.
Oh yeah, 90. Was it 96 when we had the Euros in here, and it was brilliant. The atmosphere was amazing.
Yeah,
they started opening the clubs later and the bars later, letting the bars stay open late, and it was a great summer. That was a great summer. Yeah,
the first World Cup I fully remember was 1990 with Gaza crying and an almost year, wasn't it? That's the first one I remember. Was the one before that the Hand of God, 86?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Maradona.
Vague memories of that. But I've got really weird memories of the Cameroon doing really well in 19.
Yeah. I always remember, and I wrote this joke, so maybe it was a sign when it was in Germany, and I actually wrote this joke. I don't know if anybody used it afterwards, but I reckon I wrote it. But I said there was no tickets for for any of the stadiums in Germany. At the time, you never had all these phones and all that. You had to get there early and put a towel on your seat, and that was my joke. And I wrote, I was quite proud of myself, but it only lasted for a couple of months, didn't it? While the fucking World Cup was on, but anyway.
It's a good joke, that. It's a good joke.
I know. I wrote it.
91 was in Italy.
Was it Italy? Was it?
Yeah. Can't you remember? It was Pavarotti, wasn't it?
Pavarotti, yeah.
Was it Nessendorma? Yeah.
I won't give you rendition of it.
Italia 90, but yeah. But the 90's football, it was like all the Britpop bands and that.
Yeah, it was great. You had Oasis, Blair, Pulp.
They're my favourites, mate. Pulp, hands down, out of those three. Everyone used to say Oasis or Blair, and I like both of them. I did like them. Out of the two, probably Oasis, but Pulp were my favourite of that year.
Pulp and Glastonbury was it last year? They were amazing.
Brilliant, weren't they?
Absolutely amazing. They were really, really good. You know what? But I've seen a lot of bands in Glastonbury, and I think, are they going to be shit? And they were brilliant.
I'd love to go.
You got some shit about saying Paul McCartney couldn't fucking sing.
Yeah.
You had some shit on Was it on TikTok? Yeah. Who's this knobhead in the glasses? What the fuck's he talking about?
Did I?
Yeah. Haven't you read it?
Didn't get a lot of views though. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah. We're doing all right on TikTok. It's just gone crazy.
Yeah.
I wish it would have been doing 1,000 fucking followers on TikTok. I think we've got 1,000 followers in the last couple of weeks on TikTok.
I think everybody's swapped, mate. They're like, fuck him, keep him in that Everton shirt.
I know we have followers on fucking TikTok. I've had to put on the fucking TikTok post now. Followers on Facebook.
Yeah, thinking about that, because obviously we've got our own socials as well, and obviously for my comedy stuff, I'm going to be posting a lot more comedy, like gig content and stuff on both the Funny Farm and my own socials. So if you listen to the pod but you don't follow me, please give me a follow. So it's Chris Richmond on Facebook, at Chris Rich Comedian on TikTok and Instagram. Please give me a follow. That'd be lovely. I am going to be posting. I've posted some stuff out this week, and some like more older bits of me. But I am going to start. I've got loads of content, loads of gig stuff to post on there. So if you can follow me on there, that'd be wonderful. Obviously, follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Funnyfarm Pod. And yeah, go and have a look at our back catalogue as well, because we've got like loads. We've started doing a daily pod, and believe it or not, I know it's my mum, but my mum was like pissed off that we aren't doing it on Saturday and Sunday. So we might have to do a little bit on. We might have to do.
Well, we could do a Sunday one. I'm going to dress up as a vicar.
Yeah.
When I get rid of this shit. We could have done an Easter special, couldn't we?
Yeah, I could have been Jesus, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are going to do loads more stuff, and yeah, people have been asking about stuff like that. So a couple of people have said, "Why are you not doing them on Saturday and Sunday?" It's like, well, we have to have a day off, don't we? You know. But I have got to. We've obviously done 2 episodes today. I'm going to edit the first one and put it on today because we didn't do one yesterday. My mum's already been on to me. Why was it not an episode yesterday? I'm in Bolton, Mum. Charlie's been in Port Maddock for a week, and I've been in Bolton fucking freezing my tits off on a street in Bolton, which was nice.
I'm stressing now about when I go on holiday in the summer because I'll probably be away for a couple of weeks, and I'm thinking, I hope I get somewhere where the Wi-Fi is okay.
Yeah. Well, if I keep,
you know what? It's not because we can bank a load of things. We can bank a load of pods, but it's not just that. It's about doing the pod.
Yeah,
I actually love doing it.
Yeah, I've missed it, mate. It's like I feel so much happier now than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. It's like a daily catch up. We chat shit. We literally don't plan. Obviously, we've talked a lot about football and we've talked a bit about music and nostalgia from the 90s and stuff today. But we didn't plan to do that. It's like it's just like we're catching up.
Yeah.
So it's dead nice.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where this pod's going to go. You know, we might pack it in 6 months' time, but we might be it might fucking explode.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if it does explode, and you know, how would we do it? What format will we go into a studio and just do it? And I wouldn't want to do that. I just want to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, just carry on doing what we're doing.
Well, logistically, you know, if you look at if we had a studio, mate, you're in Chester, I'm in Nottingham. You know, we wouldn't be able to put as much out as we're doing now. We wouldn't be able to do we literally. I know we do.
Yeah, we could do some specials in the studio and get some guests on or something, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could do like the odd special, but yeah, I just like doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's like therapy, mate. It's like therapy. It is. Very low cost therapy. So if you can like keep liking us and stuff like that, you know, we'll get monetized and then we'll be getting paid for our own therapy. Wouldn't that be?
On Facebook, you can send us a gift now. I don't know how the fuck that works, but apparently you can send us a gift.
Oh.
So if you want to, send us a gift on Facebook.
Yeah. Send us some stars. Yeah.
Dildos. Yeah.
I don't know how the star system works on Facebook, but if anyone...
Don't send us any brown stars. Well, yeah.
I like those magic stars, mate. There we go.
The magic stars.
Right. Give us an email, hello@funnyfarmpod.co.uk. Tell us what you want us to do, what you want us to talk about, what you want Charlie to dress as. That'd be wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
And like us on everything. Like me, Chris Richmond, Facebook, Chris Rich Comedian on Instagram and TikTok. And Charlie, what are our socials?
Funnyfarm_pod on Instagram, I think, or is that TikTok? Or from Funnyfarm Pod. Just search for
Funnyfarm Pod. It comes up, doesn't it? It comes up.
Yeah, you'll find us. We're also on Spotify as well. If you want to just listen to us, we're on
Do you get any listeners on there? Because I kind of just upload it on Patreon and it goes to Spotify. But
I don't know how it works. We don't know how it works, do we? But we're uploading things. You know what? I upload stuff onto Twitter, and we've got no followers on Twitter. Fucking nobody. And I've been doing it for the last 4.5 months. But you know, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. But, you know.
And on that note, we love you all. Keep watching it, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
With my mask on.